Welcome to this week's update on the hedged option portfolio. Since last week's update, the price has been quite choppy still with a decent sized move in each direction. 60k was tested again, but we're currently hovering over 61k. If we look at the P&L analysis, we can see it looks relatively calm, but the charts on this page pull their data from the transaction log, so it only updates when there's an actual transaction. So if I don't do a transaction for a day, it won't pick up any movement for that day. So the volatility of the equity has been a bit higher than this chart would suggest. The equity actually went down to 0.275 at some point this week, I remember seeing. But on this chart, it only goes down to 0.2798 by the looks of it. A few of the short-dated puts that I sell most days have gone in the money. So those have been rolled a bit further out in time. We've got one of them currently sitting on the 18th of October and another one on the 25th. Now I can see those in the position table as well. This is the whole portfolio. Now, when I'm rolling these out, I have a few loose guiding principles about where to roll them to. Firstly, the option I'm rolling, as in the option I'm buying back, a short-term option, I wait until they have no extrinsic value on their current expiry, or very little at least. And in fact, usually this means I wait until expiry, unless they go very deep in the money. And I like to roll them somewhere that still has plenty of extrinsic value, because extrinsic value is the part of the option that decays as time passes. So if an option has very little extrinsic value, then it's only really given me one way to win via the delta, meaning the underlying price moving in the right direction. So for example, let's assume I had a 64k put that was deep in the money right now, and that was going to expire tomorrow, but let's just say it was going to expire now. Well, the 64k put would currently cost me about 3.6% to buy back, and we can see by looking at the call that it has very little extrinsic value left. So I would roll this to somewhere where I can collect 3.6%, but a larger proportion of that 3.6% is extrinsic value, because here it's all intrinsic value. The only reason this is worth 3.6% is because it's in the money by that amount, basically. So I would look further out until I can find somewhere that's got 3.6% of premium, but that's closer to the money. So I'll be rolling that down. That would be the 64, so maybe I'd go out to the 25th, roll it down to the 63 and collect a little bit of a credit, because we could get 4.3%-ish or 4.2%. And I tried to keep the newly sold option as short dated as possible. So if I could move it to the 13th or the 14th, I would. If I have to go out even further to the 18th, I will. And I'll keep going until I can collect a decent amount of extrinsic value without having to push it too far out in time. When there is enough credit available to do so, if the option I'm rolling is in the money, I like to try and move the strike closer to the money, or even out of the money on the new expiry, if possible. Moving it closer to the money, or even out of the money by a little bit, means it will have more extrinsic value, so it's got more value to lose as time passes. And in that case, I'm less reliant on the price itself reversing to make money on the new position. Time passing will also help. So if we look at the portfolio currently, I'm already short puts for tomorrow, and I've had to roll one out to the 18th and one out to the 25th. So I don't really need to short any more puts at the moment, and I have a decent positive delta already. The theta's a little on the low side, and I don't have any short calls. So I'm going to short a call. It's Friday today, so I'm going to short a Sunday call. I normally like to use the 2-day options. And this 62.5 is probably where I'm going to be looking to sell. Just go in at slightly... Actually, I'll try mark, see how it goes. I can just roll it down if I need to. It's actually slightly under mark now. And there we go, we've got a fill on that. So now we're short 3 puts and 1 call. We've got 1 put expiring tomorrow, the call expiring on the Sunday. When tomorrow's put expires, I will probably open another put, depending on the prices that are available. But other than this, we'll just wait for next week and go again. That's it for today's video, just a quick one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.